Wow, that's a good school. Okay, who is very fit?
Well, my dad is a chef.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad makes really, really good food. So no one in my family is fit. We all eat too much food.
Oh, nobody exercises a lot?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in my family, my dad is super fit. Okay, in your family, who is talkative?
Oh, I keep saying my mum for all of these, but my mum is definitely the most talkative. She talks to anybody who, even if people who she doesn't know, she will talk to anybody. Strangers on the street, people she meets at the bus stop, she talks to everybody.
Oh, that's cool. Now, who is quiet?
Hmm. I think when he's meeting people for the first time, my brother is very quiet. He's very shy. He doesn't like speaking to new people a lot.
Okay, thanks a lot. Sounds like a nice family.
Yeah, I think so too. Hey Todd, can I ask you a favor?
Sure, anytime.
I really need a place to stay,
Uh-huh.
and I heard that your house is on Airbnb.
It is on Airbnb. I do rent my house, but for you, it's free.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Can I stay there then?
You can. How long?
Maybe a week or 2 weeks.
Okay. When?
From next Monday?
Yeah, actually, you can do that. That works.
Excellent. Thank you so much. How about how about a car? Can I park my car?
Ah, that's a problem. You can't park your car because there's no space. But there is a cheap parking lot about maybe 2 blocks away.
Okay.
So it's only a couple dollars a day.
Okay. I guess I can park my car there. How about cooking there? Can I cook?
Of course, yeah, you can cook. I have a stove, a refrigerator. You can bring your own food. You can do whatever you want.
Excellent. Thank you. Can I use the internet?
You can use the internet. There's a password. I will write down the password before I leave, and I will write down the password before you get there.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I was thinking about asking my friend if he can stay. Could my friend stay over?
Yeah, sure. So your friend can stay. Not a problem, I don't think.
He has a dog. Can he bring his dog?
Ooh, that is a problem. Does the dog have a cage?
No, but we can get a cage.
I'm not sure about the dog. If the dog is in a cage, it's okay in the house, but I think, yeah, you can't have the dog in the house.
Okay. How about smoking?
Mhm.
My friend is a very heavy smoker. Can he smoke outside?
Yeah, he can smoke outside. Just please pick up cigarette butts, but of course he can't smoke inside.
Okay, he can't smoke inside?
No.
Okay. How about if we want to have a party? Can we have a party?
Yeah, you can have a party. That's okay, but please be quiet. Don't be too loud. The neighbors live very close to my house.
All right, that sounds good. Thanks. And I have one more question.
Uh-huh.
Can I use the washing machine?
Yeah, of course. You can use anything. You can use the washing machine. You can use the internet. You can use the TV. You can use anything you like.
Wow, excellent. That sounds great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I will write down directions for my house, and I will send you a map, and you can check it out and get all the information. And just, I will leave the key for you with my neighbor.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Sure, no problem. So, Meg, are you busy this weekend?
Yes, I'm so busy because I'm moving.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to do.
What do you have to do?
First, I have to prepare my apartment, so I need to pack all of my things.
That's not fun.
No, takes a long time.
Do you need help?
Yeah, do you have time to help me?
I can help you on Sunday.
Oh, are you busy on Saturday?
Yeah, on Saturday I have to work. I have to teach 2 classes, and then after I teach, I have to grade paper.
It sounds like you're really busy too.
Yeah. Plus, I have to meet my friends that evening.
Oh, what
I,
will you do with your friends?
I'm helping my friend also. My friend has car problems, so I have to take him to the mechanic.
Ah,
But on
so-
Sunday, I can help you.
Okay, that would be great because on Sunday I have.
Hello, and welcome to the recording studio for the WBBS Online Bible School.
But you qualify as a pack rat. You are not a minimalist. We're taking away your minimalist leadership.
Well, I guess I need to get rid of some things, huh?
That's it. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, you really sound like a minimalist.
You really sound like a pack rat.
That sounds good. Maybe we can watch a movie.
Cool. I'll buy you dinner.
Sounds great.
So, Katie, you are from England, correct?
That's right.
Are you from a big town?
I'm from a very small town.
Oh, what's the name?
It's in the southwest. It's called Torquay.
Torquay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it a fun place to live?
I think so. It's very famous in the UK because we have lots of beautiful beaches.
Oh, that's nice. So, in your town, where is a good place to go food shopping?
There are a lot of supermarkets that you can go to. Most of them you need to go by car.
Ooh, that's a problem.
It's difficult to walk to a close supermarket. But I'm lucky because there's one very close to my house that I can go to.
Okay. And can you recommend a good restaurant in your town? Where's a good place to eat dinner?
There are lots of amazing restaurants along the seafront. So you can sit in a restaurant and you can look at the beach at the same time.
Oh, that's nice. How romantic.
It's beautiful.
Is it expensive?
It depends what restaurant you go to. If you go to an Italian restaurant, that's going to be expensive.
What kind of foods do they have?
They have all kinds of foods, but the most popular food in my hometown is Italian food and Chinese food.
Okay. No British food?
Not really.
Okay, we don't have American food either, except hamburgers.
They're good though.
Yeah. In your town, where is a good place to exercise?
It depends on what kind of exercise you like, but we have lots of parks, and people are always playing football in the parks.
So is there a big park in the middle of town?
Hmm?
Okay. Is it easy to get to?
It's pretty easy to get to. Walk there.
So that brings us to nature. Where's a good place to see nature?
You can see beautiful beaches wherever you look. There are so many beautiful beaches in Torquay, but there are also lots of beautiful gardens, and you can see lots of flowers.
Okay.
It's very nice.
Oh, that is nice. So, are there walking trails on the beach?
Hmm. And in the gardens too, there are walking paths that you can take, and you can go in the mountains.
Ooh, beautiful.
See stuff there too.
It's lovely. So, in your town, where is a good place to meet people?
Well, I keep saying the beach, but lots of people from all over the UK come to Torquay to see the beach, so you can meet lots of different people. People come for their holidays.
Okay, so you can meet new people.
Lots of new people, yeah.
That's cool.
You can make lots of new friends.
Now, what about a quiet place? Where's a good place to study or read or just relax?
Well, we have lots of cafes that you can go to if you want to just have a quiet moment or just to read some books. You can go to a cafe.
Okay. And are the cafes easy to find?
very easy to find, and we have lots of famous cafe brands as well.
Okay, are the cafes on the beach too?
No, they're in the town center, but the town center is very close to the beach.
Okay. Now, when is a good time to visit your town? So
Well,
you say the beach, so summer?
Yeah, I would say summer is a good time, but in England there is not usually a good time because it's raining almost every day. But if you want to go to the beach, probably summer is a good time.
Okay. What about the fall?
I mean, the fall is okay. Winter is good. Lots of people go to Christmas Day.
Well, I definitely want to go there.
Yes, it's a lovely place.
So, Katie, let's talk about family.
Okay.
In your family, who is nice?
In my family, I think my mom is really nice. She's always looking out for everyone. She always makes sure everybody is happy, and she's just really nice and kind.
Oh, that's great. Who is a funny person? Who is very funny?
I think in my family, my dad is very funny.
Yo, what's up mga boss and welcome sa episode 4 natin dito sa Expert Option from video na to.
But I don't think he knows he's very funny.
Right. Oh, that's interesting. Now, who is serious? Is anybody serious?
I don't think anybody is serious in my family.
No uncles or aunts?
Everyone likes to have a laugh. Everyone likes to have a good time.
Oh, that-
Everyone's always joking.
Oh, what a nice family. Okay, who is very hardworking?
Well, obviously my mum is very hardworking, and she's always been very hardworking. She has to make sure that the whole family knows what they're doing. She has to make sure the whole family is ready for every day. Yeah, I think my mum is a hardworking one.
Okay. Is anybody not hardworking? Maybe a little lazy?
Definitely me. Definitely me. Especially when I was younger. I would never help with any of the chores in the house. I was definitely the lazy one.
Oh, I understand. I'm the same way. Okay, now in your family, who is very smart?
My brother is really, really smart. He actually went to Oxford University.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's very smart. But I didn't get any of that. My brother has all the smart genes.
Wow, that's a good school. Okay, who is very fit?
Well, my dad is a chef.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad makes really, really good food. So my family is fit. We all eat too much food.
Oh, nobody exercises a lot?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in my family, my dad is super fit. Okay, in your family, who is talkative?
Oh, I keep saying my mum for all of these, but my mum is definitely the most talkative. She talks to anybody who, even if people who she doesn't know, she will talk to anybody. Strangers on the street, people she meets at the bus stop, she talks to everybody.
Oh, that's cool. Now, who is quiet?
I think when he's meeting people for the first time, my brother is very quiet. He's very shy. He doesn't like speaking to new people a lot.
Okay, thanks a lot. Sounds like a nice family.
Yeah, I think so too. Hey Todd, can I ask you a favor?
Sure, anytime.
I really need a place to stay,
Uh-huh.
and I heard that your house is on Airbnb.
It is on Airbnb. I do rent my house, but for you, it's free.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Can I stay there then?
You can. How long?
Maybe a week or 2 weeks.
Okay. When?
From next Monday?
Yeah, actually, you can do that. That works.
Excellent. Thank you so much. How about a car? Can I park my car?
That's a problem. You can't park your car because there's no space. But there's a cheap parking lot about maybe 2 blocks away.
Okay.
So it's only a couple dollars a day.
Okay. I guess I can park my car there. How about cooking there? Can I cook?
Of course, yeah, you can cook. I have a stove, refrigerator. You can bring your own food. You can do whatever you want.
Excellent, thank you. Can I use the internet?
You can use the internet. There's a password. I will write down the password before I leave, and I will write down the password before you get there.
Excellent, thank you so much. I was thinking about asking my friend if he can stay. Could my friend stay over?
Yeah, sure. So your friend can stay. Not a problem, I don't think.
He has a dog. Can he bring his dog?
Ooh, that is a problem. Does the dog have a cage?
No, but we can get a cage.
I'm not sure about the dog. If the dog is in a cage, it's okay in the house, but I think, yeah, you can't have the dog in the house.
Okay. How about smoking? My friend is a very heavy smoker. Can he smoke outside?
Yeah, he can smoke outside. Just please pick up cigarette butts, but of course he can't smoke inside.
Okay, he can't smoke inside?
No.
Okay. How about if we want to have a party? Can we have a party?
Yeah, you can have a party. That's okay, but please be quiet. Don't be too loud. The neighbors live very close to my house.
Alright, that sounds good, thanks. And I have one more question.
Uh-huh.
Can I use the washing machine?
Yeah, of course. You can use anything. You can use the washing machine. You can use the internet. You can use the TV. You can use anything you like.
Wow, excellent. That sounds great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I will write down directions for my house, and I will send you a map, and you can check it out and get all the information. And just, I will leave the key for you with my neighbor.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Sure, no problem. So, Meg, are you busy this weekend?
Yes, I'm so busy because I'm moving.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to do.
What do you have to do?
First, I have to prepare my apartment, so I need to pack all of my things.
That's not fun.
No, takes a long time.
Do you need help?
Yeah, do you have time to help me?
I can help you on Sunday.
Oh, are you busy on Saturday?
Yeah, on Saturday I have to work. I have to teach 2 classes, and then after I teach, I have to grade papers.
It sounds like you're really busy too.
Yeah. Plus, I have to meet my friends that evening.
Oh, what will you do with your friends?
I'm helping my friend also. My friend has car problems, so I have to take him to the mechanic.
Ah,
But on Sunday, I can help you.
okay, that would be great because on Sunday I have to take some trash to the dump and I have to.
Jira is now for all teams. Even those cross-functional super teams to keep project managers up at night.
Finish some paperwork at City Hall to prepare for moving to a new country.
Oh. Now, because you're moving, do you have to go to the post office?
I do have to go to the post office. I almost forgot. At the post office, I have to submit a form to say my new address.
Ah, that's good because I have to go to the post office too.
Oh, really?
I have to send my mom's birthday gift to her.
When is your mom's birthday?
It was 1 month ago.
Ah, so you have to send it quickly.
Yes, I have to get on it.
Okay, well, let's go together.
So I'll see you Sunday. What time should I be here?
I have to go to City Hall by 3 p.m., so can you come at 2?
Okay, but if you want to go to the dump closes at noon, so we have to leave earlier.
Ah, okay. Can you come at 11?
Yes. Okay, so I will see you at 11 o'clock.
Great. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we'll talk about movies.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a German movie?
I haven't seen a German movie.
Oh, really? You haven't seen Das Boot?
No, I haven't. Have you?
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
I haven't seen very many movies.
Oh, okay.
Even English movies, I haven't seen very many.
Well, have you seen a Canadian movie?
I don't know. Have I?
Well, the thing is, in Hollywood, in America, all the famous actors are Canadian, so I think
Yeah.
everybody's seen a Canadian movie.
I've definitely seen a Canadian actor.
Yeah, all actors in America are Canadian, it
Mhm.
seems like.
I think so.
Okay, have you ever bought something from Italy?
Italy. I have. I bought, not for me, but I bought my mother a bag from Italy one time.
Okay, what was the brand?
I have no idea.
Um,
She asked me to buy a brand, and I bought it, but I don't know which one it was.
Okay. Have you bought something from Japan?
I bought lots of things from Japan. I lived in Japan for a few years, so I bought all kinds of things from Japan.
Okay. And now we'll move on to countries.
Okay.
Have you ever been to France?
I have. Actually, I've been to France a couple of times. My 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 high school has a house in Japan. My high school has a house in France, so for our school trips, we would go to France every year.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah. How about you? You been to France?
No, I haven't really. I took a bus from England to Prague, so the bus drove through France, but it never stopped.
I see.
What other countries have you been to?
I've been to Germany. I've been to Hong Kong. I've been to South Korea, and I've been to China.
You've been to a lot of places.
Yeah. How about you? What countries have you been to?
I've been to countries in Europe. I've been to Israel. I've been to Cambodia and Laos. I worked in Thailand. And I've been to Taiwan and Korea.
Oh, which country did you like the best?
Oh boy, that's impossible. I will say this. I love Seoul. I love Seoul, Korea. It's a great city. Okay, anyway, thanks, Kate.
Thank you.
Okay, Katie,
Yeah.
let's take an international test.
Oh, okay.
How international are you? Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Okay, first, have you ever eaten Greek food?
Greek food. I've eaten. How do you say it? Buffalo?
Oh, is that Greek?
I think so.
Okay.
I've had that, but apart from that, I've never eaten Greek food.
Okay.
How about you?
Have you? I think I have. Well, I've eaten Greek yogurt. Does that
Right,
count?
that counts.
That counts.
That counts.
Okay. Okay. Have you ever eaten Vietnamese food?
I see it written down. Is it pho?
Pho, the noodles?
Yeah, I've eaten pho before.
Yeah, I've been to Vietnam, so I've eaten Vietnamese food a lot. And pho, the noodles, is really good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
I've had that too. Okay, now let's talk about languages.
Okay.
Have you ever studied French?
I have. I've studied French for 5 years.
Ooh, can you still speak French?
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, me too. I once studied French years ago, but I haven't spoken French in so long, I can't remember anything.
I can't remember anything either.
Yeah. Have you ever studied an Asian language?
I've studied Japanese.
Ooh, okay.
I can still speak it a little bit now, and I've studied a little bit of Korean, but I don't speak Korean.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow. Like, I've studied Thai
Okay.
because I lived in Thailand for 5 years, and like you, I've studied Japanese, but my Japanese is terrible.
How about your Thai?
My Thai is okay. It's okay. I can talk a little bit. Okay, so have you ever met a Spanish person?
A Spanish person. Actually, I don't think I have.
Really?
I don't think I have met a Spanish person.
I've been to Spain, so I've met a few, and we have a Spanish teacher at my school.
Oh, maybe I have met a Spanish person then. Maybe. Maybe I've met a secret
Chinese person?
Oh yes, I've met lots of Chinese people.
Okay. And have you met a Brazilian person?
If I say no, then I have. Probably, I've probably met a Brazilian person.
Yeah, I've met a few people from Brazil, so they're always very nice, very friendly people. So, Amy, let's talk about routines.
Okay.
What time do you get up most days?
I get up about 6.
Oh, wow, that's early. I'm about the same. I get up at 7-ish, usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you eat for breakfast?
I usually have toast. I'm lazy. I don't cook in the morning, so toast. But I always have coffee.
Right. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I love coffee. Do you have coffee every morning?
I have coffee every morning.
Yeah.
Yes. I also have hot water and fresh lemon juice every morning
Why?
because it is good for your body, and I need it.
Okay, good. So when do you leave the house most days?
I leave the house about 7 o'clock.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
early.
It is maybe between 7 and 7:30. Yeah. How about you, Doug?
A little later, usually around 8.
Okay.
And where do you eat lunch every day?
Every day, I eat lunch at work every day. So,
Production, office. Yes, ma'am. Sir Wilson, nandyan na daw si boss.
I will buy something from the cafeteria at my work, or I will bring something.
Most days, what do you have for lunch?
I have a sandwich and a smoothie.
Ooh, that's healthy.
Yeah.
You're healthy.
No, not really. Yeah, a sandwich and a smoothie and probably a chocolate.
Ooh, okay, that's not.
No, it's not. And you?
I eat at the cafeteria every day at my school, and I always have salad every day. So I love salad. Yeah, I usually have a very healthy lunch. I have
Nakalive pala to, sir.
meat, chicken, usually,
Nakalive.
and a salad
Oh,
and tea.
that sounds healthy.
It is. I
Saan
get
yan,
my
sir?
healthy
Live
meal
sa
of the
PSP?
day.
Or
So
sa
every
ano?
day, who
Facebook?
do you talk to?
I talk to my children every
Ay,
day.
Mhm.
Yes, we talk a lot.
What do you talk about?
We talk about
Nagbablog ka na rin, sir.
our everyday routine. I remind
Parang
them
ano lang.
to do their tasks. I remind them to
Malay mo, di ba?
The chores.
Yes, chores and their routine.
Oh,
What do they do? What chores do they do?
Well, they're still young,
Isa lang.
so my 2-year-old doesn't do anything. She brings her plate to the kitchen when she's finished. She's good
Pwede
at
kaya
that,
yan?
actually. My 8-year-old, she
Ipasok ko nung gila.
folds her clean laundry and puts it away.
Oh, that's good.
Hindi nung gila.
Very
Ka na
responsible.
naman. Minsan lang po sa isang taon.
So when do you get home most days?
I get home around 6 o'clock. How about you, Howard?
Oh, I get home late. I get home around 10 o'clock.
Oh, that is late.
Yeah, pretty late. So I work late. I live alone, so I work late and then I go to the gym.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes I go eat at a restaurant.
Nice.
I never go.
I never go to the gym. What time do you go to bed then?
I go to bed early, actually. I get home at 9 or 10, and I go to bed by 11, usually.
Okay.
Yeah, and you?
11 early?
It is early.
Okay. I think I'm probably about the same. 11 o'clock. Yeah, I go to bed about 11 o'clock.
Okay. So how many hours do you sleep one night?
Yes. About
magbabank loan siguro ako pa.
6 or 7
Nakausap ko na yung bibili
Yeah, I
lupa
get
sa
eight.
probinsya
I
na
love
sa
sleeping.
May.
I
Kasi
sleep more
naglilibang
at
sa
the
May
weekend.
sa linggo.
You sleep in on Saturday and
Punta ko
Sunday.
kasi
I try if I
O
can.
May 1 hanggang May 7.
Sunday.
Sa
Libre para sa papel sa tawag yung hindi ko natanggal na
Okay, thanks, Amy.
pa-private ko nga kaya nga naglula ko ito.
Ang hirap lang kasi niya magbayad. Di alam mo yan.
I'm good,
Magsasahod ka,
thanks,
unti na lang yung pera
And
mo
you?
kasi
I'm good, pretty good.
utang mo na.
Let's talk about our favorite things.
Okay.
What is your favorite food?
Ooh, my favorite food is avocado.
Wala ako
Avocado.
Honestly.
Wow.
How about you?
My favorite food is pizza, I think. I love pizza. It's so good.
So delicious.
Yeah.
And what is your favorite movie?
Well, my favorite movie is Star Wars.
Classic.
I know. And you, what is your favorite movie?
Well, I do love Star Wars too, but my favorite movie is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, I like that movie a lot. Oh, very good. Very good. So I was in high school at the same time as the movie.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Great.
So cool. Who is your favorite actor?
My favorite actor is Jean Reno.
The Frenchman.
Yes, yes, he's French, but he has been in a lot of American movies too.
Yeah, I like the movie Leon.
Love it.
Very cool.
Yes, I agree. How about you?
My favorite actor is Brad Pitt. So I like Brad Pitt a lot.
He's great.
Yeah, he is good.
Very talented.
I'm sorry, what is your favorite season?
My favorite season is probably spring, I think. It's the cold of winter has passed and it's not too hot yet. So I think spring. How about you? What's your favorite?
My favorite season is fall or autumn. I love the fall. I love the color. It is not hot, it is not cold, and there are many holidays, and my birthday is in the fall.
These are great reasons to love
Yeah.
autumn.
So, when is your birthday?
Actually, my birthday is also in the autumn. My birthday is in October.
Oh, wow, me too. My birthday is in October.
That's right.
What day?
14th.
14th.
Yes. And you?
The 2nd. Yeah. Oh, cool. So next year, let's have a birthday party together.
Okay.
October birthday party.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite city?
My favorite city is probably Osaka.
Oh, in Japan.
Yes. Yes. So far. Yes, Osaka is very noisy and colorful, and people are very open and talkative. So I really enjoyed Osaka.
Nice.
How about you? What's your favorite city?
I think my favorite city is Barcelona.
Oh, it's Spain.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It is.
And it's warm.
Mhm.
It's beautiful. The food is delicious. People are nice.
Yes.
But expensive.
It's,
A little bit. But Osaka is expensive.
that's true.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Todd.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey Todd, are you healthy? Do you eat lots of fruits and vegetables?
I guess I am healthy. I do eat lots of fruits and vegetables, but I also eat junk food, sadly. But I try to eat lots of fruits, especially to stay healthy.
What kind of fruits do you like to eat?
Well, I like all fruits. I love all fruits except pineapple. I hate pineapple. I don't know why. I just don't like pineapple. I don't like the taste. I don't like to chew it. It just feels funny. But I love apples. I love bananas. I love oranges. I usually have an apple every morning for breakfast.
It's very easy to eat, and I just love apples because you can take them to school, you can eat them quickly. They're very easy to eat. I also like oranges, and I love orange juice. So sometimes I make fresh orange juice in my kitchen. So oranges are great. But my favorite fruits are bananas and strawberries. I love bananas and strawberries, and I love to eat bananas and strawberries together. So my favorite snack is to cut up some banana and then cut up some strawberry and mix them together and then eat them.
Well, it sounds like you really like a lot of fruits.
Oh yeah, I do.
What about vegetables? Do you eat vegetables every day?
I do. I try to have salad every day, and I have a special salad I make, and I call it my chunky, crunchy salad. And it's carrots, cucumbers, and tomatoes. And I cut the carrots and cucumbers into small little squares, and then I cut up the tomatoes and I mix them together. And the carrots, tomatoes, and cucumbers mixed together, the colors are really pretty. And when you eat the salad, it's very crunchy and it's very chunky because it's all little squares. So I call it my crunchy, chunky salad.
Oh, it sounds delicious. Do you ever share it with someone else?
No, I don't, but I want to because I like it so much and I can't cook. So when I go to somebody's house and I need to bring food, I think, oh, I should bring chunky, crunchy salad.
That's a good idea. Another idea is to cook some vegetables. Do you cook vegetables?
Not too much. I do cook asparagus. Asparagus is probably my favorite vegetable, and it's very easy to cook because asparagus you just have to cut up into small pieces, and then you can put the asparagus in a bowl with some water in the microwave, and you can cook asparagus in about 30 seconds. So I eat asparagus a lot. Also, I eat broccoli. I love broccoli. Sometimes I have broccoli and lettuce together for my salad. And then sometimes I cook eggplant. I like to cook eggplant because I like the taste and it's easy to cook.
I don't really like eggplant.
Really?
I don't.
Oh no, why not?
It has a strange flavor to me, so I prefer not to eat eggplant.
Well, as long as you eat your veggies.
Yes.
So Meg, you look like a healthy person. Do you eat lots of fruits and vegetables?
I do eat lots of fruits and vegetables, especially fruit. I love to eat fruit because it's so sweet.
Yeah? What fruits do you like?
I love bananas because they're so healthy for you, and so usually in the morning for breakfast I'll have a banana. I also love blueberries. Blueberries are my favorite fruit, but sometimes they're expensive, so I can't often eat blueberries.
Oh, I agree. Blueberries are so good. I love blueberries and oatmeal.
Ah, that's a good idea. I love to have blueberries in muffins.
Oh, that's nice. Well, you bake. Do you bake blueberry muffins?
I do bake blueberry muffins and also blueberry bread, blueberry pancakes, many blueberry things.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Mm.
So, are there any fruits you don't like?
I don't like kiwi, actually, because the flavor is okay, but the fruit is too soft. So usually I don't want to eat kiwi.
Oh, wow. I love kiwi. I love kiwi and bananas. It's very good.
Sounds okay, but maybe I'll just have the banana.
So, what about vegetables? Are you a person who eats lots of salad?
I don't eat a lot of salad, but I do like to eat vegetables with my meals, usually lunch and dinner.
So, you cook vegetables?
I cook vegetables or I eat vegetables fresh. For example, usually with my lunch, I'll cut up a cucumber and put some salt or pepper on the cucumber and eat it with my lunch.
Oh, great. I love vegetable sticks. So, I love carrot sticks, cucumber sticks, radish sticks. It's very good.
Do you like to dip vegetable sticks into any dressing?
I do, but it's not healthy, right? But yeah, I love the dressing, like the ranch dressing with carrot sticks or the ranch dressing with cucumber sticks. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's pretty delicious, but you're right, not so healthy.
No. So what vegetables do you cook?
Sometimes I cook broccoli. I actually like to roast broccoli, which is when you put broccoli into the oven and cook it for a few minutes. So it's really delicious. You can add some salt or seasonings, and it's easy to make. You can cook some meat or rice while the broccoli is in the oven, and then it's ready for your dinner.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, you see some vegetables like on the kebab that are roasted. I guess onions are roasted, peppers
Right.
are roasted. Do
Right.
you roast other vegetables besides broccoli?
Sometimes tomatoes and sometimes potatoes. Although, is that a vegetable?
It is, but it's not a very healthy vegetable.
Oh, so maybe I shouldn't eat potatoes.
Oh, I love potatoes though. So you roast vegetables. Do you cook vegetables any other way? Do you boil vegetables or fry vegetables?
Sometimes I boil vegetables. For example, I like to boil carrots because they're soft and you can add some spices again to have some flavor when you eat carrots with your meal.
Yeah. Actually, I love carrots, but I only like raw carrots.
Oh, really?
And I hate cooked carrots.
Oh, well, I'll try to remember that if you ever come over for dinner.
Yeah, carrot sticks, please.
Okay. Hey, Todd, I noticed that you only have 2 pairs of pants.
Oh no, really? Yeah, you got me. I have only 2 pairs of pants for work. I have my green slacks and my black slacks, and that's it. I don't like to buy clothes, and I travel a lot, so I really don't have that many clothes.
Are you not into fashion?
Yeah, I'm not into fashion. I'm not really interested in clothes or shopping, and I only have clothes for the season. And after the season, I usually throw the clothes away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so to save money, I don't buy a lot of new clothes each year.
Wow. So you only have clothes for the season.
Yes.
Well, what clothes do you usually wear in summer?
Well, summer's great because you don't need a lot. In summer, I just have 4 or 5 t-shirts. I usually have some white t-shirts, and then I have some colored t-shirts, like maybe a black t-shirt or a blue t-shirt which has some letters on it or maybe a little bit of English. But usually my t-shirts are really simple. And then I have some jeans, usually 2 pairs of blue jeans, and I have shorts for doing sports or running or exercising. I have about 4 or 5 pairs of shorts, and that's about it.
Well, since you do some exercising, do you also wear sneakers?
I do. I always have 2 pairs of sneakers. So I have 1 pair of sneakers for the gym, and then I have 1 pair of sneakers for just walking around town, and also for running, for jogging. So I have my outdoor sneakers and my indoor sneakers.
Ah. What about flip-flops?
I'm not a flip-flop guy. I do have a pair of flip-flops for the beach or for going to the store quickly, but I usually prefer to wear my sneakers.
In the summer, it's so hot, I usually like to wear tank tops, but I have to put on sunblock. What about you?
I do have to wear sunblock. I have very pale skin, so sunblock is very important. I should wear it more often, but I do have a hat, so I always wear my baseball hat in summer. So to protect myself from the sun, I just wear my hat all the time and sometimes sunblock.
Ah, so those are the clothes you wear in summer. What do you wear in winter?
In winter, I'm also pretty basic. Each year, I usually buy a couple new dress shirts.
I knew I was underwater. I just didn't realize I was this underwater.
Long sleeve dress shirts that go with my slacks that you see at work. And that's about it. The only clothes I always keep, I always save, are my nice jackets. I have 2 nice jackets for work, and I wear my business jackets to school, and that's about it.
It does get really cold in winter though. When you go outside, do you wear anything extra?
No, I don't like scarves, and I don't like things like earmuffs and gloves. So I usually just keep my hands in my pockets. But I do have a couple sweaters. So each year I like to buy one or two new, and I do wear those sometimes.
Ah, sweaters are warm. What about when it snows? Don't you wear boots?
No, I don't wear boots, and luckily it doesn't snow that often where I live, so I don't have boots, but I should buy some maybe. Sometimes I buy the really cheap rubber boots or plastic boots that I know I don't have to keep for a long time.
Mm.
But boots like that are easy to get rid of.
Do you ever wear something like long johns?
When I was little, I wore long johns. I grew up on a farm, and it was very cold. But now, not so much. I don't wear long johns, but I do have sweatpants. So I have sweatpants and a sweatshirt for exercising in the winter. I usually have 2 or 3 sweatsuits like that, and sometimes I wear those to bed.
That sounds like a good idea. So summer, winter, what do you wear in fall and spring?
Well, fall and spring's great because in fall and spring you can wear nice clothes. So usually, if I buy dress shoes, I like to wear those in fall and spring. In winter, sometimes the dress shoes aren't really good for the snow, but I like to wear nice dress shoes in the fall and spring. And then sometimes in the fall and spring, I might wear a tie when I go to work. And of course, I have my slacks, and I have my jeans, and I have my running shoes. So I keep those as well.
Mm. You don't wear tights, do you?
No, I don't. Although these days, when you go to the gym, they have special tights now for men that you can wear when you exercise. So there's like the running gear is almost like tights. It looks almost the same.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Hmm.
kind of strange.
Ah. So for any season, do you wear any accessories?
No, I'm not a big accessory person. Like I said, sometimes I wear a tie, but not often. And of course, I have a belt. I need a belt, but I have one belt, and that's it. But I don't like things like necklaces or bracelets. I don't really like jewelry. I do wear a watch sometimes, but I don't wear a watch every day because now you don't need a watch. You can just look at your phone.
Ah, that's true. I usually use my phone also.
So, Meg, we are talking about clothes,
Mm.
and you always look nice at work. You have a very nice fashion sense,
Oh, thank you.
so you must go shopping a lot.
I do go shopping sometimes. It's fun to go shopping and buy new clothes, especially when it's a new season.
Like, what do you like to wear for season? For example, what do you like to wear in winter?
Mm. In the winter, it's pretty cold, so I like to wear sweaters. Sometimes a t-shirt with a sweater over it to stay warm. Lots of long sleeve shirts. I like to wear long sleeve shirts. And I still wear skirts in the winter, so sometimes I wear tights underneath the skirts to stay warm.
What about dresses? Do you like to wear dresses?
I do like to wear dresses. In the winter, it's a good time actually to wear sweater dresses. They're warm and a dress, so it's nice for work.
Sweater dresses.
Mm. Have you seen a sweater dress
I
before?
have no idea what a sweater dress is.
Mm.
What is a sweater dress?
It's a dress but made of sweater material. So sweater cloth made into a dress. So it's very warm.
Okay, I was picturing a sweater with a skirt attached to it.
You might find that, but I think a sweater dress is a little different.
Okay. What about in the summer?
In the summer, I love to wear flip-flops. My favorite thing to wear. So I often wear flip-flops with jeans or shorts, skirts again. I don't wear tights in the summer because it's too hot.
Right. Do you wear flip-flops to work?
I can't wear flip-flops to work, so when I go to work, I often wear high heels or flats, some dress shoes.
Okay. So, you like to wear shorts or skirts? Which do you prefer?
Mm, I prefer shorts because it's more comfortable and easy to move around, but I also can't wear shorts to work, so I have many summer skirts for work.
Okay. Now, let's talk about shoes.
Mm.
So, women often have many types of shoes: high heels, boots, flats, like you
Mm.
just said, sneakers. So, what kind of shoes, besides flip-flops, do you like to wear?
I do have many pairs of shoes, and so I like to wear flats and sandals, especially in the summer. In the winter, I like to wear boots and rain shoes when it rains, or rain boots. When I'm exercising, I like to wear sneakers or tennis shoes because it's good for your feet.
All right. Now, you travel a lot. We both travel a lot. What shoes do you usually take when you travel?
When I travel, I usually take flats because they're easy to remove at the airport and they're light and convenient for traveling.
All right.
What shoes do you usually use?
Just my sneakers.
Mm.
So, my sneakers I wear everywhere. Now, women sometimes have accessories,
Mm.
like earrings, necklaces, scarves, things like that. What do you like to wear?
I like to wear necklaces, especially long necklaces. I don't like necklaces that are too short. It feels uncomfortable. I don't like to wear bracelets or a watch because I don't like anything on my wrist, but I do love to wear rings. I usually wear one ring on each hand, just for fashion, not for anything special.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, cool. Well, anyway, thanks, Meg.
Thank you.
So, Meg, we are talking about animals. Do you like to go to the zoo?
I love to go to the zoo.
Okay, so when you go to the zoo, what animals do you like to watch?
I really like to watch giraffes. Giraffes are so tall, and giraffes look really soft and friendly. So I wish that I could touch a giraffe someday.
Oh, that's so true. There is a zoo near my house in California, and you can walk up some stairs, and then you can feed the giraffes, and their face is the same height as your face, and they look really, really cute. Yeah, giraffes are great.
Oh, giraffes are so cute. Maybe someday I can see the giraffe.
I like how the giraffes look. I love their face. And I also love camels, also, because I think camels have a similar face. They look really cool.
I don't think camels are very cute.
Really?
Yeah, they're so hairy. Camels have so much hair that they look ugly.
Oh, really? Oh, I like camels. They always look cool and relaxed.
They do look relaxed, but I like giraffes better.
Well, what about llamas? Llamas are kind of like camels, or kind of like giraffes. They kind of have the same face. Do you like llamas?
I think llamas look cute, but I've heard that llamas aren't very friendly.
Really?
Have you heard about llamas spitting at people before?
No. Actually, I think I heard camels do that, but maybe llamas do it too.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so what about other animals? What other animals do you like at the zoo?
It's hard to reach your goals when your teams are pulled in too many directions. With the sauna,
I really like the zebras because zebras are black and white with stripes, so the zebra stripes are really cool, and zebras are similar to horses, so sometimes I think I could ride a zebra if I had one.
Yeah, that would be cool. Zebras do look pretty cool. Are there any other animals?
Well, there's one animal that I'm afraid of, and that's a bear.
Yeah, bears are pretty scary.
Bears are really scary, and they're so big with huge teeth and giant claws, and I feel like a bear would eat me if I met it in person.
Actually, have you seen a bear in the wild?
No, I've never seen a bear in the wild, and I really don't want to.
Oh, wow. In California, Sometimes you can see bears in the wild, small black bears. And actually, the black bears are not that pushy.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you need to be careful when you see a black bear in the wild, but they almost never attack anybody. So the one animal you must be afraid of, though, is the mountain lion. So there are mountain lions also in California, and they are scary.
Hmm. So maybe I should avoid mountain lions too.
Yeah. Yeah, if you walk in the wild and you see a mountain lion, maybe it's too late already.
Maybe I'll just keep going to the zoo. Hey Todd, did you have any pets when you were a kid?
I did. I had many pets, actually. I had a dog, of course, and I had some cats. But actually, I grew up on a farm. Yeah, so we raised lots of animals, and on the farm, I always felt like the animals were my pets. So it was pretty cool.
Wow, that sounds really exciting for a kid.
Oh, it was great. It was the best.
What kind of animals were on your farm?
We had almost every, farm animal possible. For example, we had pigs. We raised a lot of pigs, and pigs actually are really good pets. They're very fun. Pigs are very friendly animals, and they're not really dangerous. So, also pigs like people. So sometimes when we were little, we would ride on the pig's back. But if our grandpa saw us riding on the pigs, he would yell at us. We always got in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Also, aren't pigs dirty?
they are dirty. So when you would go in the pig pen, you would get very, very dirty. But, when you are small, when you are young, you don't care. It's just fun.
What about other animals like chickens?
We did have chickens and lots of chickens, and the chickens maybe were the least friendly animals. Chickens don't like people, and the chickens you have to go get the eggs. So working with chickens was not easy, and I never really liked the chickens that much. Plus, the chickens you eat more often, so it's a little different.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a chicken in person.
Really?
No.
Oh wow, you must be a city girl.
I am. Although when I was young, I always wanted to have a horse. Did your farm have horses?
We had one horse for a while, and then we had a pony. So, yeah, we had one horse and we had one pony. The pony was great because when I was little, we could ride the pony, but the pony was actually really mean. So the pony would bite you if you were not careful, and if you tried to ride the pony, sometimes the pony would get angry, very angry. But it's okay. When you're small on a farm, it's normal.
Hmm. Oh, that pony sounds scary. Were there any other animals that you had that were more friendly?
Yeah, actually, the best pet you can have is a goat.
Really, a goat?
Yeah, goats are fantastic. Goats love people. They really, really love people. And they're very social. And goats follow people. So when you are little on the farm and when you walk around, the goats become your friend. So when I was little, I would walk and I had friendly goats that would follow me everywhere. And they were great. And they're very curious. They like to see what you're doing. And yeah, and they like to be petted. So like you pet a dog, you pet a cat. Goats also like you to pet them. They're very, very social. And it's interesting because goats and sheep are kind of similar, but really they're very different. So goats are very social, goats are very friendly, and sheep are very shy, and sheep don't like people at all. So sheep stay away from people, and goats always get close to people.
Sounds like a goat is a good pet to have.
Goats are the best. They are so friendly. And goats are cool because goats talk to you. So they like to make a sound, like bah, they baa, or whatever, they make a sound. And when you walk around as a young boy or young girl, the goats are great. They follow you and you feel like the goat is talking to you, which is cool.
That sounds really fun. Now I wish I had some goats.
Yeah, you got it. The only other animal we also had cows. And cows are cool. Some cows are friendly. Most cows are shy. Uh,
But cows, they always come to you because they think they will get food, but if they see you have no food, then cows stay away. So cows, like sheep, are a little afraid of people,
Oh.
but pigs and goats love people and they're very social.
Oh, it sounds really cool growing up on a farm.
It was. I was lucky.
Hey, Todd, where do you live?
I live on the east side of town.
Oh, do you like it there?
I do. I live in an older house, but it's a big house, and it's really relaxing. It's a nice place to live.
Wow, sounds nice. How many rooms does it have?
My house is pretty big. It's 4 rooms. It has a big sleeping room. It's a Japanese house, so it's not really a bedroom because you sleep on the floor. But it also has a living room. It has like an office room, and it has a kitchen.
Is it a big kitchen?
No, it's a pretty small kitchen, and it's a very old kitchen. I have a small stove, so it's very difficult to cook. But I have a refrigerator, I have a microwave, I have a nice kitchen table to eat at. So it's a pretty decent kitchen.
It sounds okay. What about the living room? What do you have in the living room?
My living room, it's pretty cool for a guy because it's a good place to watch sports. I have a really big TV, and I have cable TV, so I get all the football channels.
Nice.
And I have a really big sofa, so I can sit on my sofa and watch sports and drink beer. It's great.
Sounds relaxing.
Very relaxing.
Well, do you have a nice bathroom?
I do. I actually have 3 bathrooms.
Oh, really?
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, so in English, we say bathroom, but I have 2 rooms that are for the toilet, and I have 1 room or bathroom with a toilet for the guests, and then I have a bathroom that I use, and then also I have a natural hot spring bath outside my house, so if I want to take a shower or bathe, I use that one.
Wow, I'd love to have a hot spring at my house.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Oh.
It's very, very nice.
Does your house also have a yard?
It kind of has a yard. So outside my house, there's an area for flowers and bushes, and it's like a yard or a garden around the house, but it's not a place you can play sports. There's no grass or anything, so it's a very, very small yard. But, it's a nice place.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like a nice place to live.
It is a nice place to live. I'm very, very lucky.
You said you have a sleeping room, not a bedroom. What does that mean?
Yeah, I live in a Japanese-style house, so it's called a tatami room, and you sleep in the tatami room, and you sleep on the floor on a futon. So I don't have a bed, so it's not a bedroom. It's a room that you sit in during the day. You can eat and talk with guests, but it's also a room that you sleep in at night. So yeah, I call it my sleeping room, but I think in Japan they just call it the tatami room.
Is it comfortable sleeping on the floor?
Yeah, it's really comfortable. Now I love it. So before I slept on a bed, but now I sleep on the futon on the floor, and I really like it. Actually, I prefer to sleep on the futon on the floor.
Well, it sounds like your house is really comfortable.
It is. It is. I never want to leave. So Meg, do you live in a house or an apartment?
I live in an apartment near the train station.
Oh, you live downtown.
I do.
Do you like living downtown?
I do like living downtown because it's so convenient. Everything is close by. Grocery stores, the mall, the station.
Oh, that's great. So what about your apartment? Do you have a nice apartment?
It's a nice apartment, but it's really small.
Oh, yeah? How many rooms?
Well, there are 3 rooms, but each room is pretty small. There's a bedroom, a sitting room, like a living room, and the kitchen room.
Oh, wow. So in your bedroom, do you have like a big queen-size bed, a small bed?
I have a small twin-size bed or a single bed in the bedroom because it's pretty small, so there's not much space for a big bed.
All right. So do you have a TV in your bedroom?
No, actually, I don't own a TV at all.
Really? So there's no TV in the living room, too?
There's no TV anywhere in the apartment.
Wow. What do you do in your house?
I have a laptop computer, so usually I can watch some TV shows or videos on my laptop.
Oh, right. Okay. Do you like to watch movies in bed?
Yeah, sometimes I like to watch movies in bed, or sometimes I prefer to sit in the living room and watch movies.
Right. So you must have high-speed internet.
I do, yes. I have an internet box that my laptop can connect to.
Okay, cool. Do you have a nice big sofa?
I have two small sofas, so you can push them together to make one big sofa, or you can keep them separate. Usually I keep them separate because there's more room for people to sit on.
Okay. Now you like to cook, so you must have a nice kitchen.
Unfortunately, I have a very tiny kitchen.
Oh no. How do you cook?
I I have to use some extra tables to have more space. The counter is really small, so there's not much space. So I have an extra table I use for preparing the food.
Okay. Do you have an oven?
I have a very small toaster oven, so it's not really an oven.
All right. So do you have a microwave?
I do have a microwave and a small refrigerator and one burner, like a stovetop burner.
Okay. Do you cook every night?
I don't cook every night. Sometimes I'm too busy, and sometimes because my kitchen is so small, I get a little frustrated. So I just pick up some food from a restaurant.
Oh, right. Now you live in an apartment. So how many floors does your apartment building have?
The building has 5 floors, and I live on the 5th floor.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fifth floor.
Yeah, the view is nice, but unfortunately there's no elevator, so you always have to take the stairs.
Wow. 5 flights of stairs.
5 flights of stairs every day, but it's good exercise.
So you're on the 5th floor. Do you have a balcony?
I have a small balcony where my washing machine is, and I can also hang up my laundry out there.
Oh, cool. Washing machine's outside.
It is outside. It's a little different from my house in America.
Oh, so from your view, what can you see?
I can see the train station from one window and all the restaurants downtown, and from a different window, I can see the mountains.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the mountains are nice.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Meg, thanks so much for helping me clean my house.
Yeah, no problem.
You were a big, big help. So I want to thank you. I want to repay you. So tomorrow, can I take you to lunch?
Oh, it's too bad, but tomorrow I'll be really busy.
Oh, yeah? Why?
Well, I only wash my clothes once a week, so I need to do my laundry tomorrow.
Oh, right. Do you wash your clothes at home or at the coin laundry shop?
I usually wash my clothes at home because I have a washer.
Oh, nice. Do you have a dryer too?
I don't have a dryer, so I have to go to the coin laundromat to dry my clothes.
Right. So for work, do you usually iron your clothes?
I usually iron my work clothes before I hang them up.
Oh, right. You know, I never iron my clothes.
Really? Why not?
I just put my clothes in the dryer, and then I take my clothes out of the dryer when they are still hot and fold my clothes, and usually they're okay. I don't have to iron my shirts or pants or anything.
That sounds good. I also have some clothes that I cannot wash at home, so I have to drop them off at the dry cleaners.
Oh, yeah? Oh, right. I use the dry cleaner sometimes. Do you use the dry cleaner by the supermarket?
I use the one by the train station.
Oh, right. Okay. I know that one too. Yeah. Well, since, I want to do something for you and I can't take you to lunch, maybe I can drop off your clothes at the dry cleaners.
Really? Will it be okay?
Oh, no problem. Because tomorrow I have to return some movies that I rented. So after I return the movies, I can take your clothes to the dry cleaners.
Wow, thanks. While you're going to the dry cleaners, could you also mail some letters for me?
Sure. No problem. Just at the post office, right?
Yes, just at the post office.
Okay. Oh, I have an idea. How about this? Since you are busy, after I go to the dry cleaners and I drop off my movies, I buy lunch and I bring it to your house.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So, what would you like for lunch? I can get Thai food, Chinese food, pizza.
Pizza sounds great.
Okay, I'll go to the same pizza place we use for the party. It's really good.
Sounds great.
Any kind of pizza?
I like pepperoni pizza. What do you like?
Oh, pepperoni's funny. It's for you, so definitely I'll get pepperoni pizza.
Okay, great. Thanks. Hey, Todd, are you busy today?
Yeah, I'm so busy. Last night I had a party and now my house is so dirty and I need to clean my house.
Wow. Where will you start cleaning?
Well, everywhere in the house is dirty. So the kitchen is very dirty, the living room is dirty, but I think first I'll do the kitchen. I have to throw away all the old food. We have lots of trash from the party, and then I have to wipe the counters. We have food all over the counters, and then of course I have to wash the dishes and put everything away.
Wow. Sounds like it was quite a party.
Yeah, it was. Well, we ordered pizza, but also everybody brought food, and so we had lots of food, and everybody left their dishes and pots at my house after they went home. So I have everyone's dishes and pots and plastic containers. So I feel I should clean everything and then give it back to everybody.
That sounds like a good idea. Did anyone drop any food on the floor?
Yeah, actually, they dropped food everywhere. So I have to vacuum the carpet in the living room, and I need to mop the kitchen floor. So I think I need about 3 hours just to clean the entire house.
Oh, 3 hours? Can I help you clean?
Well, actually, yeah, if you can, I really need help. But if you can just collect the trash, I have some trash bags, and go around and collect all the plastic cups. There are many plastic cups, and collect the pizza boxes, and maybe get the old food and throw away the old food. That would be great.
Sure, I can collect the cups and throw away the old food. Is there anything else you need me to do?
Well, yeah, actually, if you have time, can you go to the store and buy some cleaning supplies? I need dish soap to wash the dishes, and I need window cleaner to clean the windows. Actually lived in three. I lived in England for 1 year. I lived in Thailand for 4 years, and I have lived in Japan for 15 years.
Wow. So when you lived in England, why did you live there?
It was the first country I traveled to after college, and I had a work permit, a work visa for 1 year, and I worked at a pub restaurant, which was great. It was in the countryside, and I really enjoyed it. And then I did that for 6 months. I lived near Cambridge, so I was near Cambridge University, and then I moved to London, and again, I worked at a restaurant, and I lived in London and just worked.
Wow. So it was after college. How old were you?
I was 23 years old.
Oh, and living in London. That must have been fun.
It was fun, and interestingly, when I went to England, I could not speak English. So I could not understand British people. It took me maybe 2 months before I could understand their English. So it was very, very difficult to understand British people when I first moved there.
Ah, so you liked it.
I did like England. It was fun. It was my first country. But the weather was cold for me. So I'm from California,
Right.
and California in the United States is very warm. So I didn't like the weather, but that's okay because all British people don't like the weather too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Everybody complains about the weather.
Ah. So after England, did you move someplace warmer?
I did. Right after England, I moved to Thailand, and I lived in Thailand for over 4 years.
Wow. Why did you live in Thailand?
I was traveling, and in Thailand, I had no money, and I needed a job, and I wanted to stay in Thailand, so I became an English teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you teach English there for 4 years?
I did. So I went there and I began teaching English. Then I got a teaching course certificate to teach English in Thailand, and I really enjoyed it. The Thai students were really fun. And Thailand is a great place to live because the weather is really nice, the people are really friendly, and the food is delicious. It has the best food in the world, I think.
I've also heard that Thailand is beautiful. Is it true?
It is. It has many, many beautiful islands, and it has lots of beautiful places with nature in the mountains. It has jungles. It has beautiful beaches. So it's a nice place to live.
So you liked Thailand too?
I did. Thailand was great. Yeah.
So England, Thailand. You said next was Japan.
Yeah. So next was Japan, and Japan's nice. I am a teacher, an English teacher in Japan, and I love teaching English in Japan. Like Thailand, the food is really, really good. The people are nice. The scenery is really beautiful. So Japan is really nice.
Are there fun things to do in Japan?
Yes, actually, I like Japan the most because you get everything. You get lots of beautiful nature, so you can go hiking, you can go see beautiful beaches, you can go to really nice islands. But also, Japan has many, many nice cities. So you can go to Tokyo, Osaka, Fukuoka, and the cities have lots to do. There's good shopping, great restaurants. It's easy to travel in Japan by train and bus, so it's really nice.
Oh, that sounds like the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it is. Definitely a good place to live. Meg, we are talking about traveling and visiting other countries. What countries have you traveled to?
I've been to quite a few different countries. For example, Spain, Belize, and Indonesia.
Wow, 3 different continents.
Yeah, pretty far apart.
Oh, that's cool. So, Spain, that must be a really nice country. What did you think of Spain?
Spain is really beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful nature and also some nice cities. While I was there, I lived in a small city called Cáceres.
Oh, nice. Are the people really friendly in Spain?
Yes, actually, the people are very friendly and very helpful, especially if you're lost.
Oh, that's great. I hear Spanish food is really, really good.
Food is delicious. I lived with a Spanish family, and my Spanish mom cooks delicious meals every day for lunch. In Spain, seafood is really popular, so I ate a lot of fish and shrimp.
Oh, I love fish and shrimp.
Me too.
Now, Spain is really warm, right?
Yes, Spain was very hot while I was there during the summer.
How hot? How hot does it get?
It got up past 40 degrees Celsius during the summer.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty hot.
Does it rain?
It does rain, but when I was there in the summer, it didn't rain very often.
So, what about Belize? Belize is a really small country.
Belize is very small, but it's also hot, similar to Spain in the summer.
Why did you go to Belize?
I went to Belize on a study trip for school, and I stayed there for about 2 weeks.
Okay. Now, does Belize have good food?
Belize also has good food. There was a family that cooked for us, and we had a lot of delicious, almost Mexican type food.
Oh, really? So, for example, what do you eat? Like, what do people eat in Belize?
People eat, it's kind of like a taco, but flat, with a tortilla and some meat and vegetables on top, and some spices that make it really delicious.
So, the last country is Indonesia. When did you go to Indonesia?
I actually went to Indonesia just last year.
Oh, wow. How long did you stay?
I only stayed there for about a week.
Oh, yeah? Oh, short trip.
Yeah, it was a short trip, but I was just visiting some friends there.
Where did you go?
I went to Jakarta and Bali.
Okay. So, I hear Bali has really beautiful beaches. Is it true?
Yeah, it's true. There are a lot of famous and beautiful beaches in Bali.
Oh, did you surf in Bali?
I've never surfed before. Usually when I went to the beach, I just wanted to put my feet in the water.
Oh, yeah. Now, Bali also has very famous scenery on the inside, like the rice fields. Did you see the rice fields of Bali?
No, I didn't see the rice fields, but I did go to some famous historical spots.
So, of the three countries, Spain, Belize, and Indonesia, what country was your favorite?
Maybe Spain was my favorite because I love learning language and it was really nice to stay with my Spanish family.
Yeah, I could see that. I really want to go to Spain, and I hope to go soon.
I hope you can go too. It's beautiful. Hey Todd, so continuing talking about then and now, I was thinking we could switch to talking about just life in general.
Sounds good.
So my first question for you is, are movies today more interesting than before?
Well, I'm going to sound like an old guy, but I would say no, movies are not more interesting today. Movies were much better 20, 30 years ago. The stories were better. They were more interesting. These days, movies just have too much special effects, and there's too many movies about superheroes. I hate movies about superheroes. So, yeah, I think movies used to be more interesting. What do you think?
I have the opposite opinion of you. I think movies today are more interesting than before. Maybe I'm too used to a lot of special effects, so when I watch some older movies, the story might be interesting, but I get a little bored watching it. And actually, I love superhero movies, so
Oh, really?
I would say that yes, superhero movies, Spider-Man or Batman especially is my favorite. So those movies for me are more interesting than in the past.
Okay. Well, we're talking about comparative, so who's cooler, Batman or Spider-Man?
Oh, Batman, hands down.
I'm sorry, I think Spider-Man's really lame. I never liked Spider-Man.
He kind of whines a lot.
He looks like a kid in his pajamas.
He is a kid in his pajamas.
Maybe that's
Whereas
it.
Batman has a lot of skills that he's developed himself. So
True, true. Okay, well, how about Batman? So, you like, who is better?
who's the best Batman?
Yeah,
Who's the better
best one?
Batman?
Who is better?
Right.
Who was the last one? There was,
Well, the most recent Batman was Ben Affleck,
yeah.
but I didn't watch that one.
Oh, okay.
So before that, there was Christian Bale.
Oh, that's right.
So without having seen Ben Affleck, I would still say that Christian Bale was a better Batman.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Okay, so let's talk about other things. How about the news? With news, are you more knowledgeable these days than before, say 5, 10 years ago?
Actually, I think I am less knowledgeable than before. There's a lot of news out there, and it's easy to access the news, but there's so much news coming from so many sources. I'm not sure which news source is more trustworthy. So I think it's more difficult now to find the correct news, the true news. What do you think?
I agree. Sadly, I think I'm less knowledgeable because before I would read the newspaper or I would read magazine articles or I would listen to better news stories on the news. These days, I just look at a Facebook headline
Yeah.
and I don't even read the article.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what's going on sometimes, which is terrible for a man my age.
Terrible for anyone, I think.
Yeah, I think it's because I think the news was more honest than before, than now. Sir, I think the news is less honest these days. They used to be more honest.
Yeah.
I just don't trust the news anymore.
Yeah, I don't really trust it either.
Yeah, less trustworthy.
So, along those lines, would you say social media makes life better or worse for people?
I think it's both. Like I think it's 2 points better, 3 points worse. So it's a negative. It's better because you can keep track of so many family members, especially if you're far away.
Right.
So I like how it connects people, but yeah, it just makes people sad sometimes, or makes them frustrated about their life, maybe.
Right.
So yeah, I don't think it makes life better. But I'm an old guy. So.
No, I think it's true. I think there are scientific studies to show that because of social media, people compare themselves too much. So it's quite appropriate that we're talking about comparison because people will see other people's lives on social media. That was
nagpadala ako sa
quite
inyo o
good,
nag-forward
and
ako
they
sa
will
inyo
compare
ng
themselves
survey
and
para
feel
sa
bad about
doon sa
themselves. So for some people, I think it is
JC,
worse.
sagutan nyo,
But
nandun sa
for you,
email,
I
sa
agree that
email.
some points are better, like
Kilang
seeing pictures
yata.
from
JCS?
Yeah,
Ha?
so true.
Sa inyo nga pinapasagutan, Ma'am Sherry. Hindi, actually,
Okay, so
kayo talaga,
we will talk about
kayo talaga ang
men
sasagot
and
mo.
now present.
sounds good.
So it's very easy to
Hindi isa
compare
mo.
things,
Pinorward ko lang sa inyo
now.
kasi
And sometimes people think things were better in the past.
kayo, mag-usap kayo,
or worse
supervisor,
in the
kung
past.
sino ang sasagot sa
So let's
Hinasa ko yung
First one
ano,
is,
sa'yo, Sir Paul, at saka
are you
sa'yo sa
happier
email mo,
now
Sir,
than
ano.
you were last year?
Kung ayaw yung sagutan, ipasa ninyo sa isang
Am I
supervisor.
happier now? I think I'm about the
Ano nyo,
same.
i-forward nyo na lang sa mga next
So
supervisor.
last year, I was happy with my job and my family.
Yearly talaga yan. Normal naman yan sa
Or
ano,
I'm still
na
happy.
merong,
What about you? Are you happy
na merong
now last
firm.
year?
I am
Di ba nga tayo sa ano, sa
because
Philippines,
last
sa
year I
PSA,
was still
ako din
in
buwan-buwan na
college,
sumasagot. Pero sa inyo nga, isang beses lang sa isang taon.
Congratulations.
Yes, and I have more free time now.
Pang
and
2004
because of
naman
that,
yun.
I'm
Ay, pang
happy.
2003 naman yun. Ngayon naman pang 2004.
Less stress always makes us happier.
Okay, so the next one is
Hindi naman yun para sa
you
ngayon
think
25.
you are
Ang 2025 mo naman,
healthier
next year naman yung
than you were
2026.
before,
Kasi pang isang
say,
taon
10
niyo.
years ago.
Pang 2024 itong sasagutan ninyo. Para sa buong isang taon ng 2024.
About 10 years ago.
Next year, 2026. Para sa 2025 naman yun. Yung
And I haven't
sasagutan.
been taking enough time to exercise or cook healthy
Bahala na
food.
kayo mag-usap.
So
Basta
I'd say
sagutan
I
niyo
was
yan.
probably healthier 10 years ago. What about yourself? Are you healthier now or before?
I think I'm healthier actually. Even though I'm a little fatter than I was 10 years ago. I drink less
Mm-hmm.
and I eat more vegetables. I eat less fast food. I think I get more sleep and I feel less stressed. So I think I am a little bit healthier than I was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
But-
that definitely sounds healthier.
I'm older, so that's, you know.
Right. Well, older and healthier.
Okay, so how about stress? Are you more stressed now than you were 5 years ago?
That's a hard question. Probably I'm about the same. So I wouldn't say that I'm more stressed now, but 5 years ago I was finishing my master's degree. So that was also a stressful time. And lately I've been quite busy. So I'm probably at the same stress level as 5 years ago. What about yourself? Are you more stressed now?
I think I'm less stressed now, actually, because now I worry less than I did before. So before I was more stressed because I worried about everything,
Yeah.
and now I've learned to let it go. I let things go. I don't let them bother me.
That sounds like a good policy.
Yeah.
So you think that you're less worried now, but what about your future? Are you more worried about your future than before?
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, I think I am more worried about my future now because I'm older, so I'm more worried about money. I'm more worried about what I'll be doing in 10 years, job security, things like that.
Right.
So, yeah, sadly, I am a little bit more worried about that.
There's a lot more to think about.
Yeah, so, but I'm less worried about my life day to day, everything happening around me. So I guess that's why I feel less worried than I was, let's say, 5 years ago.
Right.
How about you? Are you more worried about your future these days?
I don't think so. I have a good job and I like where I live, so I don't feel too worried about what I'll be doing next year or in 5 years, but probably I should plan ahead a bit more. So maybe I should be a little more worried, but I feel okay about the future.
Well, that's a very healthy attitude to have.
Yeah, it helps with the stress level as well.
So, Sarah, when I was a kid, my school had the usual classes, and we could take band class, orchestra class, choir class, and art class if we wanted to take it.
But nowadays, schools are cutting art programs and music programs.
Yeah, I think it's too bad. I think that it's really important for students.
Yo, what's up mga boss? Welcome sa first episode natin ng Expert Option. So, ang video na ito ay para
So, Sarah, do you play any musical instruments?
Yeah, I play too. I love to play the guitar. I started playing in college, and I like to play the piano too. I started learning the piano when I was really young. How about you?
Oh, that's interesting. For me, I started playing the trumpet when I was really young, and I don't play it much anymore. But I started playing the piano when I finished high school, and I still play it now.
Oh wow, so you started learning the piano when you were older. Do you think people can start to learn an instrument at any age?
Yes, I think so. Do you have a theory about that?
Yeah, I think that if people start to play an instrument when they're older, I think they enjoy it because they chose to learn it. And I think they're going to play it longer. But if you have to learn an instrument when you're younger, I think you won't continue playing it.
Because you have to practice for homework or something like that.
Yeah, I have 5 brothers, and we all learned to play the piano. But as soon as my brothers graduated from high school and went away, they stopped playing the piano, and they don't play it now. In fact, they forgot everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I do think that music education is very important for children because reading sheet music is like reading a language, and children can learn it much easier than adults learn. So, no matter what instrument you play, if you're a child, you learn how to read music.
And I think, too, it's really important for kids to be a part of a group like that. For example, singing in the choir or playing music in the orchestra. I think it's really good for kids to learn to work together and make music as a team. I have some really good memories of being a young kid in an orchestra.
Me too. I was also in choir and orchestra and marching band. So I don't play the orchestra instruments anymore, and I don't play the marching band instruments anymore. But I'm very glad that I had the experience of learning to read music and learning to work together as a team.
That's true, me too. Okay, I changed my mind. Even little kids, they should learn how to play a musical instrument. So, John, you're an English teacher now, is that right?
Yes, I've been an English teacher for 6 years now.
Oh, do you always want to be an English teacher?
Well, actually, recently I've been thinking about changing my job.
Oh?
Yes, I'm studying math and science. I'm learning a lot more about math these days. I hope in the future I can be a math teacher.
Sounds interesting.
Yes, I think so. I think math is important because if we can understand math, we learn new ways to solve problems.
What age student do you want to teach math to?
I think I would enjoy teaching junior high school students.
So you said you're studying math now. How do you do it? Do you study online?
That's exactly right. I study online from various websites, and these websites connect you to free online courses from real universities around the world.
Wow.
Yeah. So I signed up for a free algebra class
from a university in the United States.
Will you get a degree when you finish?
Well, you can. Um, for every course you finish, you can get a certificate that says you passed this course. And if you sign up for a series of courses, you can get a certification in a field like math or science.
Oh, really? And it's all online?
Yeah, and it's not only math or science. You can choose any field you want. I've been thinking of studying Spanish language there, and you can study computer programming, or history, or law.
Oh, interesting. Maybe I'll try it.
You should. They have different types of classes. You can study by yourself, by watching videos, or you can even have an interactive class with a real teacher, and you can meet through video chat.
Wow. Hey, thank you.
Yeah, you should try this opportunity.
I will.
So, Sarah, you're an English teacher, right?
That's right.
You must have taught in many countries before.
Yeah, I did. I taught in the USA, in Taiwan, China, South Korea, Japan, and Ecuador.
Oh, Ecuador.
Yeah.
So, you must be able to speak Spanish very well.
I think so. I studied really hard, and then when I lived in Ecuador, I spent a lot of time talking to people.
Did you teach Spanish too?
No, I didn't. When I lived in Ecuador, actually, I volunteered for the United Nations. And I taught families, and they were being relocated to Canada because they were fleeing the drug wars of Colombia. So I felt very badly for these families, but they had a really bright future, so that was good. But then one week, I had a family, a couple of families, and they were being relocated to Sweden.
Oh,
And I said, I can't teach them Swedish. And the UN said, well, maybe just teach them English. So I thought, they're going to Sweden, they don't need to learn English right now. And my friend, at the time, she's Norwegian, and we were living together. And every day, she helped me to learn a little bit of Swedish. Just enough for one class, so that I could teach these families
wait.
some Swedish.
You were teaching Swedish language?
Yes,
You are an English speaker.
yes,
You lived in Ecuador.
yes,
And a Norwegian person taught you Swedish.
yes.
So you could teach Swedish to people from Ecuador.
From Colombia, currently living in Ecuador.
So they could move to Sweden.
Yes,
And you did this as a volunteer.
yeah. I wanted to help people, so I moved to Ecuador and I got a volunteer job with the United Nations to help teach people, but I never thought I would be teaching Swedish. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I would like to try that someday too.
You can do it. So, do you think that we should send people to Mars or the moon to spend all this money on space travel?
Well, I think we should. Space travel can give people hope for the future. And space travel can unite people from different countries for a common goal.
But do any countries work together to travel in space?
Oh, certainly. The International Space Station has astronauts from different countries working together. And I think that a joint effort is the best way to do space missions. I think that we could go back to the moon and learn much more by going there than we can learn if we don't go there.
I see what you mean, but I think we could learn more and we could improve more if we can help the people on Earth. Think of everything we could learn from the children that can't get an education these days. Maybe the next Einstein is a poor little girl who doesn't have the money to go to school. If we spent more money on school and clean water and vaccines, maybe we could learn more from ourselves than from going to space and going to Mars.
I agree with you that more money should be spent on education, but we don't need the next Einstein if we're not doing space travel. The problem is, what are people with money willing to spend it on? I think that it would be nice if we could have all the rich countries spend money on education for poor people. But if you look at the numbers, the cost of one space mission is much cheaper than the things we spend money on now.
Like what?
Well, the first example that comes to mind is war. One day of war is so expensive for all the governments and militaries that are involved. One day of war costs more money than one space mission. But
Yeah,
war
that's true.
goes on and on for days.
Yeah, and years.
So if you think about the money in terms of, um, sorry, so the money for a space mission seems expensive by itself, but when you compare it to other things, it's actually kind of cheap.
I see what you're saying. You're comparing the cost of travel to war, but I would compare the cost of space travel to the cost of, for example, getting rid of malaria. I think we could get rid of a terrible disease like malaria for as much as we would spend on a trip to Mars.
Hmm. Getting rid of malaria or going to Mars. Well, of course, I would also choose that we should get rid of malaria.
Maybe we'll have to agree to disagree.
We might have to disagree this time.
Okay.
So, I was wondering about disciplining kids in public. You have kids, right?
Yeah, I have two kids. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Are they ever naughty when you're out in public?
Yes, they are naughty out in public. And I think that you shouldn't discipline your children in front of other people. So if I'm out in public and my 3-year-old starts to be naughty and she's crying because she wants a toy from the store or something, I will pick her up and I take her somewhere quiet until she's calm. Like I might take her to the family bathroom or a quiet hallway so she can stop crying and stop making
Oh, I
noise.
see. So you wouldn't just give her the toy she wants.
No,
No.
I don't think you should do that sort of thing to make your child be quiet. Just give them something until they are quiet because then they'll be bad more in the future. If they know they can cry and scream and mom and dad will give them what they want, they'll just be worse and worse.
Oh, I see. They'll learn that it's okay. They can get what they want by crying.
Yeah.
But don't you think won't you lose more time if you have to take your kids to some quiet place to calm down?
Yeah, you lose time, but I think it's worth it because I think of the future and the time I'll save by making sure that my child is better behaved in the future. And the other thing too is I'm always trying to think about other people. So I don't want other people to have to listen to my child scream and cry. And I also don't want them to see me talking sternly to her because they'll maybe be annoyed or feel uncomfortable, and maybe my child will scream more because she can feel that. So I try to go somewhere quiet.
Oh, I see.
Sometimes that's impossible though. Sometimes if you're on the plane or on a train, you can't go anywhere or do anything. You have to stay in your seat.
Oh, what if you're on an airplane? Then do you um, give your child whatever they are crying for as soon as possible?
Yes, I do. I try to plan ahead and I think, okay, I need to have enough toys, I need to have lots of snacks, lots of fun things so that I prevent them from becoming naughty or crying or screaming. But sometimes you can't help it, and if your child or your baby starts to be loud, at that point I will. I'll give them candy or food or toy, whatever they want.
Oh, I get it. So I think you're saying you think there might be a different reason why kids become naughty besides what they want. For example,
Yeah.
if they're hungry or bored.
Yeah, I think a lot of times children are naughty because maybe they're tired or they're hungry or they want to play and stretch their legs, but they can't because they're on the plane or they're in a stroller at the shopping mall.
So instead of waiting for bad behavior and then doing some discipline like yelling at your kids or grabbing their arm, maybe it's better to prevent bad behavior by making sure the kids sleep enough and don't get bored.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And, my kids are young, just 3 and 1. So a 1-year-old can't really be naughty. They're just a baby. So if they need something, I give them food or what they need. But a 3-year-old, they can throw a tantrum. And so they can be very naughty.
A tantrum?
Yeah, when they scream and maybe they fall down on the floor and they kick their legs. Sometimes they try to hit you. It's really bad. But I think all 2 and 3-year-old children, sometimes they do them.
Oh, I've heard of that. It's called the Terrible Twos.
Yes, but it also lasts into 3.
Oh, well, it sounds like you're a good parent.
Meron tayong project.
I try.
Baka yan yung ano,
Okay,
hindi na
John.
minota sa'yo.
I was curious about a trip you've taken. Have you ever taken a really, really awesome trip?
Yeah, I've been on a lot of awesome trips, but I didn't know the trips could be so awesome until I went with my kids.
Really? It went well?
Oh yeah, it went very well. It's more fun, I think, to take kids with on a trip.
Where did you go?
I went to Thailand. My first trip with a kid was with my
Kain
daughter
tayo, Daya?
to Thailand. We did everything. We rode on elephants in Chiang Mai, and we went down south and went to the beach.
I-ready ko yung design.
I wasn't worried about anything
Kapagwanan sa kanila.
because of having kids with us.
Baka kukuha na rin tayong tao
Yeah.
ng tagagawa.
So
Tagalabas.
I wonder what
Oh, yung
would have been different if I didn't have kids. I probably would have stayed up too late, and I wouldn't have woken up in the morning. In that way, I think kids can help you have a better vacation. You can use your time better because kids are definitely going to wake up early. So you can't.
You said you rode an elephant?
Yes?
With your daughter? Didn't you think that was dangerous?
Well, I was nervous about it at first. I thought maybe it would be too dangerous. But we had very good guides to help us. So I asked the elephant trainers, do you think it's safe enough for my daughter to ride the elephant? And the trainers told us, yes, it would be very safe. And the trainers were right there with us together from the start to the end, so there was never any risk.
Was there anything that you wanted to do, but you decided you couldn't do it?
Well, maybe there are some things that younger people would do if they don't have kids, like going out to a dance club late at night. But I wasn't too interested in doing that anyway, so I don't consider that I missed it. Besides a dance club late at night, I don't think there's anything else I skipped. Maybe an amusement park. When you have a baby or a toddler, you can't go to an amusement park and go on a roller coaster. But after kids are older, you can do that too.
So, when you went to Thailand, you had one daughter. Do you have more kids now?
Yes. Now I have a daughter and a son.
Is it hard to travel with two kids?
Oh, it's a little harder than traveling with one kid, but it's not twice as hard. There are two kids now, but it's not twice as hard as traveling with one kid. Also, you find that lots of people want to help you. So if you have too many bags, for example, someone will help you carry your bags. Or if you need to feed your kids, because babies can't feed themselves, right? Well, you just have to learn some skills like give one kid some toys while you feed the first child and then switch. So give toys to the other kid and feed the second one. So you learn lots of tricks like that so you can make traveling easier.
Well, it sounds like you have a great time traveling with your kids. Thanks for telling me about it.
Oh yeah, I want to go on more trips with my kids. I can't wait for our next vacation.
Hey Katie, I'm having a party, Super Bowl party at my house on Sunday in a couple weeks. Would you like to come over?
Okay, but I have absolutely no idea what the Super Bowl is.
Well, the Super Bowl is our big sporting event, and we have it once a year. But it's okay if you don't know anything about American football, because actually, the Super Bowl is kind of like our unofficial holiday.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happens is everybody comes over to somebody's house. You have a big party and you watch the game, but nobody really watches the game. There's lots of other stuff going on, so it should be good.
Do you have like Super Bowl food?
Exactly. So it's kind of like a big feast. So we'll have, like hamburgers and stuff that we'll barbecue, and we'll have lots of like chips and dip and stuff like that. Food, but it's potluck. If you do want to bring something, yeah, I would recommend it.
Do you have to be like a supporter of one of the teams in the final?
No, and actually the game's not for a couple of weeks, so we don't know who the two final teams are going to be. They still have to decide, but actually there's a bunch of things that have nothing to do with football on the Super Bowl that you'll probably like. The first is they have the halftime show. You may have heard about the halftime show.
Okay.
You like music, right?
I love music.
Right, so they always have a really big musical act. And actually this year, I don't remember who it is, I'll have to check, but it's usually somebody like Bruno Mars or U2 or somebody like that.
I think last year it was Katy Perry, was it not?
It might have been, yeah, but it's always a really, really big person. Another thing that's really cool about the Super Bowl is the commercials.
Okay.
So the commercials, the companies spend a lot of money on the commercials, and they're usually really good. So the commercials, people are often more into the commercials than the game.
Okay.
Especially if one team is if it's a lopsided win. So yeah, so the commercials are fun.
What kind of commercials do they have?
Like companies like Pepsi or Coke or like really big name companies.
Really big one.
Yeah, they'll spend like millions and millions of dollars. These are usually the most expensive commercials because it's one local game and one local audience. Like the World Cup is a more watched event, but the commercials are regional for all the different countries. Whereas the Super Bowl, the commercials are just for Americans.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are usually the most expensive commercials like around the world. So they're usually really well done.
Is it just American teams in the Super Bowl?
Yes, it's very, Americanized, you might say. But, like I said, the game is really not that important. But there is one way that you can make money.
Okay, I'm interested.
So what happens is we have like a pool and you can draw numbers and like, you don't have to know anything about football. But you can have like, draw numbers with the first person to score a touchdown or the first player to get a penalty and things like that. And you just fill out the chart, and then if your player gets that, then you can get money. So you have to contribute. You have to pay like $10 to play, but then it's in a pool, and then you can win money at different points in the game.
Have you ever won at the Super Bowl before?
Yeah, it's kind of like how it works out, where everybody wins a little money and everybody loses a little money. So gambling technically is illegal, but but it's like it's one of those things that everybody.
It's not for big money.
No.
Just for a little bit of money.
Just a little bit of money. Just to have fun. Yeah. So, and then once I find out what teams are in the finals, then I'll tell you about the colors. And it's usually best that you choose one team that you're going to support.
Okay.
So I'll fill you in about who the teams are later.
Right.
So are you willing to come?
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Okay, cool. All right, so it's going to be at my house at 3, so if you can show up around 2-ish.
Should I bring some food?
You can, you can bring some type of maybe salad or like a bean dish or something like that if you like. But the main food we'll provide. We'll have pizza, we'll have burgers. Oh, and it's BYOB.
Okay.
So if you want to drink, you have to bring your own alcohol.
All right.
But we will have some beers. You drink? Okay, cool. All right, so see you there. Glad you can come.
All right.
So we're talking about housing, Meg. These days a lot of people can actually stay in houses when they travel. Like they don't stay in hotels; they stay in a house. Have you heard about Airbnb?
Yeah, I have heard of it. I've looked at the website a couple of times. Do they have Airbnb where you're from?
They do. They actually do have Airbnb in San Francisco, but I've not used it in San Francisco. I've only used it actually traveling in other countries. I used it in Thailand. And I was going to use it in Japan, but I couldn't use it because of travel problems. But,
So how does it work?
basically what it works is if somebody owns a house, they can rent out a room, and so you online, and then you book it with the scheduling system online, and then you pay Airbnb the money, and then the people let you stay in their house.
What are the costs usually? Is it expensive?
It can be really cheap or really expensive. You have both ends. I mean, sometimes you can just rent a room. Sometimes you can actually rent the whole house. So, and now in places like Thailand or other places in Southeast Asia, what they do is a lot of condominiums now are kind of turning into mini hotels.
Oh.
So rather than try to find long-term tenants, they just search for, or they just rent out their apartments on Airbnb.
Right. Well, it sounds like a good way to stay someplace you haven't been before.
It is good. I mean, when I used it in Thailand, what I liked about it was you feel like you have a real, you have real roots that you're not in a hotel, so nobody's kind of intruding on you, or nobody's coming to clean your room every day. So you feel like you have more privacy.
Yeah.
And you feel like you really live in the place. And usually the apartments are in real neighborhoods, so they're not in touristy areas. So there are definitely some advantages.
Would you say that it's safe?
Yeah, I guess that's the biggest concern. It seems to be safe. I mean, from what I see, although there was an interesting case recently in California where they've had problems with squatters. And
What are squatters?
Squatter is somebody who they take the Airbnb house and then they just never leave.
Oh.
Yeah, then they're hard to evict. So that was one interesting thing. And then also recently, the company's been in the news because people that have low-income housing, like government-subsidized housing, they've been trying to rent out their apartments on Airbnb. And then the city or the government said, hey, you can't do that because we give you this house at a discount to help you get your low income.
Yeah.
You can't use it to make a profit. So it's been a very debatable situation.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like double dipping. You're getting discount or paid in a way to live there, and then you want to get paid more. So it sounds like a problem.
Yeah. So what do you think? Would you be interested in doing something like Airbnb?
Yeah, I definitely think so. After researching a place, maybe I have a lot of pictures and it seems clear that it would be safe, and yeah, I think I'd like to do it.
And actually, their website's fantastic. Like, if you go to their website, you could, let's say, choose a house in Paris or Madrid or whatever, and then they often have like the Google Street Cam thing, so you can see what the house looks like on the inside, and then you could actually do the rotating camera and see what the neighborhood looks like. And then everybody leaves reviews about the owner and about their stay there, so you get a good feel about what the place is like. So it's kind of a new way to travel, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it sounds interesting, especially the reviews. I think knowing someone else has had a good experience, I would definitely be interested in doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Todd, I heard that you're from San Francisco, and that it's really expensive there, maybe to live. Is that true?
Yeah, it's ridiculously expensive. It's obscene, actually. It's so hard to get other people to realize how expensive it is. You have to actually live there, and then you can experience it firsthand. But basically, your average small apartment is a minimum of like $3,000 a month.
Wow, that sounds really expensive. Well, so I don't know much about the San Francisco area. Is that like just in the main downtown part, or anywhere in the city?
It's actually, it's pretty much the entire peninsula, and the high pricing affects all of Northern California. And the reason is because companies like Facebook, Google, Apple, Yahoo, Cisco, all these really big, rich companies pay people a lot of money. And so there's a lot of money in San Francisco for the tech world, and that just drives up the prices for everything.
So everyone who lives there, like, must be pretty rich?
Yeah, so it's a very high income. I think the average income is over $100,000 a year, or something crazy like that. So, yeah, it's a lot.
So the apartments are $3,000 a month. What about houses?
Houses are ridiculously expensive. So your average house is probably, in San Francisco, a real low-ranking house can go for almost $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds impossible.
That sounds obscene. Years ago I worked on a construction firm, and this was 15 years ago, and we were just renovating a very small little shack. The house wasn't even that big, and it was $1 million.
Wow. So when you were working there, were you living in San Francisco also?
I was. That's actually why I became a teacher in Japan, because we were losing our lease on our apartment, and I had to go find new housing. And not only is the house expensive, but even if you have the money, you might not get a house, because you have to go through this long process. It's almost like getting into college. So you have to go through this interview process. Just going to finding an apartment is such a complicated process in San Francisco that I thought I'm going to take the easy way out and go back and start teaching this easy.
So if someone were interested in moving in San Francisco, what would your advice be?
Don't. Or make sure you have a lot of money or you have a really good job. I guess there are ways around it. You can rent rooms and things like that, but it's doable because there is some low income housing. And if you live in the outskirts, you live almost commute into the city, you could probably find something around $1,500 a month. But it's pretty expensive.
So work for Google first, then pay something.
Exactly. Make sure you get that job at the tech company, and then once you have that job, maybe then you start.
Great. Well, thanks for sharing about San Francisco.
Sure. So, I'm here with Chantal, and we both are from the United States, and we both are teachers in Japan. So I thought we were talking a little bit about some of the stereotypes people might have in other countries, for example, Japan or other countries, about Americans. So first, we're going to talk about hamburgers. Okay, so hamburgers. How often do you actually eat a hamburger?
Hamburgers. I would say it's actually not that often. Although I love hamburgers, I love them very much, but maybe
only a couple times a month or so.
Yeah, I agree. I think hamburgers is the one thing that does not meet the stereotype that we don't eat them that often. Like I never have hamburgers for that.
Ah, okay.
Pretty much never. Like I'll have them at somebody's barbecue it, maybe for a picnic or something. Um, yeah, and if I do eat fast food, it's usually not a hamburger. I eat something else. Like I eat tacos or burritos, right? I don't eat hamburgers. So that's one. I think hamburgers don't really match the stereotype.
Yeah, I
You agree?
agree. I agree, especially because I know many of my students here in Japan, they will ask me often what I eat for lunch, and before I respond, they're playing a joke on me. They'll say like, "Oh, hamburger, hamburger," and
Yeah.
I have to tell them that now I do live in Japan, but in the United States I don't typically eat hamburgers every day. But that is a lot of what that hamburgers are really, or at least fast food, but their image of fast food is only hamburgers.
So true. And actually, the funny side story now, the contrary story would be, sushi. So we both teach in Japan, and I think most people think you eat sushi all the time in Japan. And it's almost the equivalent of the hamburger. You don't eat it that much.
That is so true.
Right.
So true. I cannot say how true that is.
Or another one, we're talking about stereotypes would be sumo. So Japanese people are not that into sumo, really, right? But it's an iconic thing. So that brings us to the point of baseball. So, do you actually like baseball?
I do. I love baseball. I do. And I used to go to some games in the United States. In San Francisco, I went to several Giants games growing up. Yeah, so I do enjoy baseball. Do you enjoy baseball?
I do. I have to admit, like I played baseball when I was younger. I love baseball. But I do think it's not as popular as people think it is. You know what I mean? I think that like a lot of people like it. You like it. I like it. But a lot of people care less
Yes.
about baseball.
Most of the time, I think I hear people say it's a slow sport, it's boring, no one wants to watch it. They're
Right.
much more inclined to watch basketball or football or baseball.
So true. So, Rachel, you grew up in New York. So I grew up in the States, and I thought we would talk about how life is so much different for teens today than it was for our generation.
Okay, I think we can do that.
So obviously the first thing is that when we were young, we didn't have like smartphones. We didn't have the internet. Yeah. So I remember if you wanted to meet a friend, you would have to plan it way in advance. You would have to wait by the phone. Remember that waiting by the phone? You couldn't go outside because if you were waiting for the call, you had to wait at your house until you got the call, and then you would leave an answer. Wow. Oh my gosh. That's really old school. Yeah.
Actually, I used to spend every afternoon after school on the phone with my friends.
Uh-huh.
We got home from school. We would call each other and discuss the days of
Yeah, you have so much to share. That's true. I think
So my team say
Ito ginagawa ko.
get on their phone and text me.
right. And they do it all day. Like it's constant chat. I think maybe that's why I'm not so much into texting. It's just too much work. You know? Like I like to build up this thing and not knowing what some people are about.
Yeah, but I was thinking about it. It was similar because we used to telephone. But we
Yung tama yung mga operator ko na napapagkas sila nung ano.
True. Yeah, I read once about how a lot of the movie plots from like the 60s, 70s, 80s wouldn't work today because of cell phones. Because a lot of the storyline.
Tignan natin yung progress na na.
Right, yeah.
Somebody arrived and somebody else didn't.
So another one I think that's really obvious is bottled water. So when I grew up, there's no such thing as bottled water. Like you had to get water from a faucet, right? Like, yeah, and I think I remember when they first started coming out with bottled water. I think that was about 14 or 15.
It was a bit later in New Zealand.
Yeah. So that was crazy. I mean, do you remember what it was like when people were first drinking bottled water? How strange it seemed at the time. Everyone's like, why don't you get it from the tap?
Water's very clean in New Zealand, so tap water is clean, so they should be clean.
Yeah, like we come from a temperate climate. It was never a problem, right? I'm from a temperate climate as well. And so water doesn't have a problem with bacteria or things like that. So it's always clean. It used to be clean. So in New Zealand, it's probably still clean.
Rivers used to be clean, but they're not so clean now.
Oh, really? Even in New Zealand? Oh, really?
It's a bit sad.
Yeah. So how about other things that we used to do when we were kids? Like one thing is, I think compared to kids today, is we used to spend a lot of time outside. Actually, like our parents would not allow you to stay inside. You had to be out. You had to go outside, right? Yeah.
Stay inside. You won't let them go out.
Why is that? Why don't remember. What's the rationale for why they should stay inside?
Safety.
Safety. Yeah.
We didn't used to hear about all of the kidnappings and abuse in media. So
Right.
people weren't afraid of it.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, I think it's actually safer now, right? It's, even in the States where they hear about this, I think the statistics say that it's actually safer than it was before. But the perception is there.
But it could be because the children outside.
That's true.
That's a difficult one to figure out. I don't think it's that unsafe to play outside. I think it's better for kids socially, for their bodies, for their development to play outside if they can.
I agree. I totally agree. Like kids definitely should be outside, and kids should be bored. I think that's one of the things that kids miss out on is boredom.
Now they've always got a screen to look at.
Right. So obviously when we were young, you had nothing to do, so you had to go outside and find something. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's so funny.
I thought of something.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have video watching parties.
Oh yeah.
There's only one person at a video machine.
Right.
So we would all go to the video store together and argue over which videos to watch, choose some horror movies and some comedies, and then go to one person's house and all watch them all together.
I do remember that. Yeah, it was a big thing. Yeah.
Video parties at his house was great.
And I think movies were a much bigger deal back then. We didn't have screen time. There was no such thing as screen time. You had your TV, but that was not the same thing. Your parents wouldn't let you watch that much TV anyway. And so a movie was a big deal.
Yeah, you can just watch it on Netflix.
Yeah, but a kid these days, it's just, they're on their screen all the time. It's just more digital pixels. Yeah, different times. Okay, here's another thing. It's a little bit impolite. What about looking at other people's monitor over their shoulder? Because you just mentioned the BTS. One thing I have to admit is because I don't have my phone out and I am looking around, I have a tendency to want to check and see what's on everybody's phone, and it's total intrusion. It's creepy in a way, but it's also because in age I'm a little bit taller than the average person, so I'm looking down and I can see everybody's monitor. Yeah. Do you ever find yourself doing that too?
Yeah. Like you, I think it's a light.
Right. So you gotta. Oh, I should do it. The
worst thing with phones these days, the worst thing from my point of view, the amount of pictures they put themselves everywhere. Museums, subway, I've been to Iceland in Cambodia, where those poor people were slaughtered basically. And now people pictures of these people who were killed, and they are just actually taking selfies themselves. This world is no idea.
Yeah.
It's sometimes just stop it.
Yeah, the selfie thing. I did a little bit. Sometimes I would do it almost like sending a postcard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh look, I'm here. But I have to admit, yeah, I don't really like doing that.
I use it as a group. It's a big fun. It's actually very close to the rest of the park.
Yes.
And usually it's very lucky close now. So that's always a good thing.
Oh, that's true. So, but that's good for you that you do some selfies.
Yeah. Groups and taking groups in the class. I'll get one of them to take a photograph.
Yeah. What about the mild pet peeve of mine? Not a pet peeve, but
called taking photos of their food. I don't know why it's a thing.
Eat it.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy it. Enjoy the memory. You know, it's interesting you said that about Cambodia. A woman, a group of women once said something that was really like just a spear in the heart, really made me think. I was in Cambodia, this was years ago, and I was at Angkor, but Baton, Bayon, or can't say it right, but with that beautiful face sculptures. And I'm like, oh, I gotta get a photo. And so there's a woman just sitting there relaxed. She was maybe French or something. She was European, and she's like, oh, you want me to take your photo? And I go, yeah. So then she takes it, she takes my photo. This is before like cell phone cameras. And then I'm like, okay, afterwards, yo, would you like me to take a photo of you? She's like, no. I'm like, you don't have a camera? She goes, no. She just points at her head. She taps her head like this, and she goes, it's all up here. I was like, wow. Like, she was really kind of like, politely saying, like, just, I'm never going to, and I've never forgotten how those things look. I've never forgotten her sitting on the rock when she said that. So, wise advice. Now, actually, you are in photography. Do you think that actually taking so many, I'm sorry, you have a photography business. Do you think that actually taking so many photographs lessens the value of the art of photography and really appreciating a good picture?
Yes, I think it does. I think that a lot of the apps and the things that you can use these days to improve photographs take away the real skill of the photographer. Using the light, using the lines, using what's in the photograph to make a really good shot. I think people miss that these days.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, and so today, no using your phone.
Yeah, good for you.
So I'm here with Angela, and in a previous interview, we were talking about kids and technology devices, and how these